CTV online producer Rachel Aiello was the key part of the investigations team on this story, and she joins me in the studio. Rachel, great story. Tell us about the two women. What did Patrick Brown allegedly do to them?
Right, so these two women came exclusively to CTV News, and they allege that Patrick Brown behaved in a way that was inappropriate sexually with both of them. When they were teenagers at his house, they say that these women had been drinking two separate occasions, and in both occasions Brown was not, and he made advances on them that they say were inappropriate given the circumstances and his position as an elected official.
Now, was there physical contact here, or was it?
Yes, so both women allege separate incidents. One woman says that she went up to Brown's bedroom, in which he pulled down his pants and asked to initiate oral sex. And in the other instance, the woman alleged that she was on the bed with Brown, and Brown forcibly kissed her and was on top of her at one point.
And one of them was a staffer, correct, in his office?
Correct. So she was working in his constituency office at the time.
Very much a power relationship here. What steps, I mean, it's important on these to try and take steps to validate. What steps did you do to try and collaborate their stories?
Right, so we had interviews with both women, and then we took those facts that they gave us, or their account of things, and we went and confirmed details with friends, family members, close people to them at the time. We also looked back at emails and social media.
And obviously at some point he had to go to Patrick Brown, and he took a pretty interesting step. He came out 15 minutes before your story aired to basically deny it.
Right. So around the same time that we found out that Patrick Brown was going to be giving this press conference, he let CTV know that he completely denies the allegations. He called them false allegations, and he has pledged to defend his name and is calling for due process in this case. And he still stands by that to this time, that the allegations are completely false.
I think it's worth pointing out he literally had all his campaign team around him resign en masse because if I'm reading their statements correctly, they told him he had to quit and he refused. That was pretty much a sign it was over.
Right. The message we got from top staffers, senior advisors to Brown, was they suggested that he resign as Ontario PC leader given the allegations that CTV News had presented him with. He did not take that advice. He wanted to stay on. And as a result of that, these top staff have parted ways with Brown. And that was kind of the first we saw of reaction. Then we've seen fellow colleagues, PC party members, MPPs speak out and say that it was time for Brown to step aside as Ontario PC leader to handle these allegations.
I heard the caucus basically went to him and said, "You got to go," and that was like early this morning or late last night.
Right, and by the time that there was enough of that aired, of people thinking he should go, this is the argument I think for them was this is a distraction for someone who's wanting to lead the party into an election, and by around 1:30 in the morning Thursday today, Brown did resign as Ontario PC leader. He is staying on as an MPP.
And there's going to be an interim leader appointed tomorrow, I think, right?
Right. So the Ontario PC caucus is going to meet tomorrow, and they're going to decide how to move forward from here. They're going to name an interim leader. We don't know yet if that interim leader is going to be the final leader that will take the Ontario PC party into the June election.
All right. Amazing, stunning story. Rachel, thanks for coming. I appreciate this.
Thanks, Don.
All right.